This is the Outdoor Journey Show, where life takes you outdoors. The Outdoor Journey Show with Matt Gatus and Ty Morgan, brought to you by Journey Hunts and the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation.
Welcome back to the Outdoor Journey Show. We are talking about upland game, pheasant, chucker hunts. We have Jason on the line with us from the Black Canyon Wing and Clay. Now, we've talked about you're out on the hunt. You've warmed up. You've gone out into the field. You've done a great hunt for the day. Now comes the not so fun part, which is the cleaning station. So let's kind of take them through that. And for a new hunter, some of the processes that might go there as well.
Well, we've got a we've got a nice little place there, and we've actually got warm water in here. The last 4 years, we've got one of those things. So if it's a cold day and you don't like cleaning the birds in cold water, we do have that. But guys will bring their birds back in, and there's some people that don't like cleaning their birds, and there's some people that do. And we've got tons of different ways that to clean a bird. There's a step on the wings, and you can pull them apart, and you get the breast. Some guys will fillet the meat off. We've got knives and scissors and baggies and stuff for guys to do all that right there. And guys will take the whole bird. Some guys have even plucked birds before. So you have a nice place there where you can come in and definitely clean your bird to the best as you want to, and take whatever meat you want home.
Now, if it's a new hunter, you guys are available to kind of guide them as well.
Oh yeah. I think bird cleaning is one of my favorite things to do. I've done it so many times. It's like the dogs hunting birds. I've probably cleaned hundreds of thousands of birds, but I don't know, to help anybody out the most efficient way, any way they want to do it. I'm there, and even some of the staff there are very good at helping people, learn how to do that kind of stuff.
Very good.
We've talked a lot about the pheasant side of the house, but what other bird opportunities do you guys offer?
We offer chuckers. We've got the pheasants and the chuckers, and we usually raise more pheasants. Chuckers are not the most popular thing. They are really native to around here, up the Black Canyon and the Book Cliffs. They're a native bird to that area, and they're actually a great training bird for young dogs, and they're a little more sporty than a pheasant. They're kind of like a quail, but not. They're a little fat. They're a little bigger, and they're about as fast as a quail. I wouldn't say as fast, but they're a little partridge. They're, about half the size of a pheasant, and they're flighty little buggers. They like to cover you up, and they'll definitely give you a challenge.
You need a good dog, I think, to push them out more so than a pheasant. Wouldn't you agree? Or
yeah, it's hard because a lot of dogs around here have never hunted chuckers, and I do have a lot more problems with guys not finding them. Depending on what guys want and how good their dogs are with them, we tend to pair them up a little more. So when you get into the chuckers, you at least know there's two there when you go out, so you can kind of work around and find two. But usually when the birds get set in the fields, they kind of get their own mindset. We're not putting them in a cage or anything. They're out and they're free. And if that bird wants to do whatever he wants to do, he's gonna do it. So that's the fun thing about hunting out here. You're hunting a bird that's free. It's going to do what it's going to want to do. It's either going to wait for you to get there, or that thing is going to give you a challenge, and the dog's going to have to work hard and find it, and then you got to take care of it after that. But yeah, the chuckers are a little different bird from the pheasants.
Well, I know this. I like I said, I've only gone pheasant hunting a few times in my life, and I haven't done very well with my shots, actually. So I'm not much of a shotgun guy, but I'm going to learn. But one of the things I've noticed is the relationship between the owner and the dog is a very unique and special relationship, actually. I've also seen it on the mountain lion hunts I've been on. I mean, these guys who hunt birds, these guys who hunt lions, they really love watching their dogs work.
Oh man, that's one of the most amazing things to watch. I've got any more where I don't even like to shoot the birds. The only reason I would want to is for my dog. And I guide quite a bit, but man, there's times where my dogs will get on a bird and just be working it, and they just go back and forth and in a circle, and sometimes when they get real birdy, I'll have everybody just stop and say, okay guys, there's a bird here, let's just let the dogs work. And those dogs will go back and forth, and then they'll lock up solid, and there's the bird right there. And I've had good times where a bird's been running, and they've run around it and pinned it down. And it's a fantastic thing. If you ever own your own dog, that's one of the best parts of upland game hunting, I think, is watching your dog work a bird, and then after you get done shooting it, bringing it back to you. It's a phenomenal thing to watch.
Well, I think it's a reward for them. And being a hunter, I don't have a dog. I want a hunt dog, but it's like I have to live vicariously through you guys, and to watch those dogs and how well they work together in a team or even by themselves. But that reward of getting that bird. And if you miss it, I've gotten some dirty looks from dogs, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I've seen some of those dirty looks. Like, what the heck?
He was right there.
Exactly.
I probably should have done something with my chocolate lab when she was real young. She's older now; she's 7. But when we first got her, she used to stop and point as she was running through the sage. And
Really?
yeah, and I never ever developed it because it wasn't a passion of mine. At that time, it wasn't something that I did, but probably should have done so.
Yeah, I mean, even 7 years old, I mean, you could bring her out and try her on a chucker or two and just see what happens. I mean, she's older. She's going to be kind of set in her own ways, but that doesn't mean her nose isn't any good,
Right.
It's not a bad thing to try. And if, you go out with a guide and she runs around and finds a few birds, I mean, that's good for her, So it's never too late, I think, to train a dog. I mean, like I said, I hunt with a little corgi. She's obviously not a hunting dog. Her legs are about 6 inches long and,
Yeah.
and she's a little fat corgi, but I've taken her out with me, I don't know, now probably 100 times, and she's figured out, and she's even flushed birds herself, and she'll run out there with the dogs, and she's figured out when they go on point that there's a bird there, and she'll go and she'll flush it up for us, and it's actually pretty cool to see.
That's pretty cool. That is very neat. Let's talk about, you mentioned youth, I mean, what are the requirements, when it comes to the hunting licenses, and what you guys like to do for the youth hunts?
Well, you don't need a Colorado hunting license to hunt our property. We're a private hunting club. So, but we do ask for a lot of the youth that they have their hunter safeties. Most kids get their hunter safeties around 9 or 10 and at least have a little experience with a gun. So, it's good to have them, but we really like the youth. We do October is a youth month for kids. Every October, the whole month of October, we give a 25% discount on their hunt. So if they bring a kid out that's 18 or younger, we do a big deal like that. And we do different specials throughout the year, but the youth month is the month I really like, and we see a lot of kids come through, and if a kid's never shot a pheasant before, after their first bird, we give them a hat when they come back to kind of, to show them, how much fun it is to do this and get them excited so they want to bring dad back again, and they want to keep coming back because, who knows in the next 20, 30 years if we don't get the youth involved in pheasant hunting, where's this club going to be in 20 years? Are we still going to be around, or are the members just going to start diminishing? So we like getting the youth involved. We've done here in the past, we've done some youth hunts with the Division of Wildlife, and we try to get kids out that have done their hunter safety and go on their first pheasant hunt. So we've done stuff like that, but we really do that youth month in October for kids and get them out and get them excited and, get them off and watching TV every morning or playing video games and show them that being outside's more fun than doing that.
We love to hear that. We're definitely all about youth hunting and opportunities. In Colorado, the average age of a license holder is 52 years of age. And so we've got to get youth involved. And sounds like it's an awesome way to do just that.
Exactly. And, it's, like I said, you're going out and you're going to find birds. So you don't have to take the kid out and walk him around all day and kick brush and not find anything. And, all of my guides are really good with kids, and they love, I'll get right behind the kid and if it's his first time, we'll get everybody set up. The dogs will go on point, and that's another thing about the pointing dogs is they're great for the kids. And you'll get the kids right behind, and you'll get them the first shot, and then they either hit it or miss it, and they're having a good time. So, like I said, we really push the youth hunting, and we enjoy having all the kids out there that come out. So the more the merrier, for sure.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about pheasant hunting, and I'm learning through this interview. But one thing I do know is I've had some pheasant casseroles that have been phenomenal. What about the food side of the house?
Pheasant. I think pheasant is better than chicken. I grew up. It's kind of something that I've grown up around my whole life. So I've always eaten pheasant. I wouldn't say on a daily basis, but it's definitely part of my diet. And it's a very lean meat, and it's got more flavor, I think. And we do have a link on our website for recipes, and we do have a bunch if anybody would wants any recipes. But pheasant casseroles, pheasant chilies, the white chili, pheasant fajitas. Anything you can really do with chicken, you do with pheasant, but you really don't want to overcook it, or you cook it with a sauce or something. And pheasant's yummy. Even chucker, I think chucker's the best. I think chucker is one of the best meats you can eat.
I've never tried chucker, but I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
doing
you're making
so
me
now.
hungry, that's for sure. Well, Jason, I got to say it's been a pleasure, having hunted there. We're looking forward to coming down again this year. And how can people get a hold of you, and how can they get involved with Black Canyon Wing and Clay?
Well, they can check out our website. It's www.bcwandc.com, kind of our initials and then .com, and then they can also reach us at the phone number, which is 970-874-7195. And we're more than willing to help anybody and give them information and just get them on a trial hunt. We'll allow a trial hunt for any guys that aren't members, and then we do non-member stuff too. So just give us a call and we'll help you to the best that we can.
Well, that sounds great. And looking forward to a big hunt down there. Again, it's been the Outdoor Journey Show, where life takes you outdoors.
This is the Outdoor Journey Show, where life takes you outdoors.